Hello. Today, I'll be going over my slides. For my first slide, I had the summary. The summary was about Enkidu's transformation. Sorry if I'm pronouncing names wrong and cities wrong in this, but it was about Tablet 2 was my summary. I summarized Tablet 2. So Tablet 2 was about Enkidu's transformation from a wild man into a civilized human being and how he learns to eat, drink, and live amongst humans. And how he heard about Gilgamesh's tyranny, and he traveled to the city of I don't know how to say it, but to battle. And how after their battle, they became friends and ventured off together on some cool adventures. My next slide was the theme of Tablet 2, which correlates with the last slide. It was about how we saw Enkidu's transformation from a wild man once again to a civilized human, and how basically the theme was civilization, identity, and human connection, and how the human connections are shown. I had a quote in there. I'm sure you could read the quote from that slide. My next slide was about the impact of human lives in the Epic of Gilgamesh, and how the people living in the city of Uruk suffer under Gilgamesh's harsh rule at first, and how he abuses his power at first, and he forces men to do labors for him. And their prayer to the gods caused the creation of Enkidu, who basically changed to Gilgamesh after their battle. And Gilgamesh was more of a less ruthless leader. He was more noble and self-aware. Sorry about that. My next slide was how the city acts as a character. I kind of stole this from your weekly video. I stole this idea/topic from your weekly video. And how I said the city of Uruk acts as a character by reflecting Gilgamesh's power and his growth and his legacy, and how people suffered under his tyranny and rule. Well, basically, it reflected how Gilgamesh's power and growth and legacy. And to start the story, it basically the city symbolizes his tyranny and how the people suffer under his rule. And as the story goes on, it changes because, after the battle, Gilgamesh changed to a more noble person, as we discussed in the last slide. Then in the end, the city represents, human achievement. I said that in the slide. How Gilgamesh takes more pride in the city's walls, realizing that his true legacy is not a personal legacy, but it's more of a he built the civilization of Uruk and helped build it and protect it. My next slide was about how does gender play a role in the epic of Gilgamesh. I actually stole this from your weekly one too. Well, I stole this idea from your weekly topic also. So I said gender plays a significant role in the Epic of Gilgamesh. I said it kind of shapes the power dynamics and how masculinity is portrayed as strength, dominance, and heroism, which we can see from Gilgamesh, clearly the ruler, a tough ruler guy, and Enkidu's, physical build and his intense battle. You can see he's more masculine, and how feminine characters, they're introduced but in different ways than the male characters. I talked about how I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I don't want to say it because I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. But basically she was seen as a temple prostitute. She kind of helped civilize Enkidu through seduction, and she kind of introduced him to some human cultures and showing which she basically shows the power of femininity in the story. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And my final slide was the impact on literature and history that the Epic of Gilgamesh had. And then I said from my studies, the Epic of Gilgamesh had a profound impact on literature and history, as it was one of the earliest known works of storytelling, which I found out, a few websites I looked up that I'll have my work cited. um, the theme of heroism, friendship, and morality kind of influenced different works. So I had one called the Odyssey. I didn't do too much research on the works that it influenced, but I know that it influenced some works. And I said it shows valuable insight into ancient Mesopotamia and the beliefs, cultures, and values of shaping, early civilizations. Um, so yeah, those are my slides. I hope you enjoyed reading my slides. My name is William Scott. I put a nice picture on some of my slides for you, so those were my slides. I don't know if my group's gonna combine all our slides or I'm just gonna post my 7. But this will be in the last slide. So I hope you enjoy listening to my video on this slide. Once again, my name is William Scott. It was great talking to you today.